The exercises we showed in half kneeling with the ultimate sandbag are this. We start half kneeling. The setup position is your front shin should be vertical, your back toes should be loaded, and you put energy into the ground. Again, if you see my body relaxed and then with energy in the ground, this is different. It lines me right up. Then I'm going to hold the sandbag by the sides of it, not by the handles. I'm tearing it, and I'm going to do this lift chop type of a motion, showing you on the other side. Looks like that. Now, step one is what I just showed you. Step two is you come up into standing. Front foot drives the energy to come up, and then you come back. The advanced one, the final one, is coming up to single leg stand. So, whoop, didn't do that very well. Come up, and then back, and then up, and then back. Those were the three that were half kneeling. The other ones were the dead bug and the single leg bridge. Let me show you those. For the dead bug, I'm going to hold the outside handles. I'm going to have my legs in 90-90, and I'm going to have the bag turned at a 45-degree angle. So I'm tearing the bag and going overhead like this while my opposite leg extends. In a perfect world, my hand and my foot will touch the ground at the same time and return at about the same time. What makes that so valuable is the tearing action and really connecting diagonally through the body. Now let's take that to a bridge. When you bridge, your feet are underneath you, you lift up your butt, you have the bag at an angle like before. What we're gonna do is double-legged bridge with the lift chop if need be, but we wanna go single leg bridge if you can. If I bridge this way towards the unsupported side, it will be harder, so we save that for last. So I'm going to have the sandbag going down towards my support leg, and I'll do my reps that way, and then if I'm able to, without any discomfort, cramping, or excess movement, then I'll go ahead and go this way, which is abundantly harder because you've got the weight going to the unsupported side. Next, we'll talk about kettlebells. The kettlebell exercises we showed were the lateral lunges, where I've got the kettlebell in one hand and I'm going to lunge away. I tend to hold a fist with my other hand to irradiate some energy. So now I've got my working hand and my working leg cross-body from one another. Another way I can do that is to go this way and come up to single leg. Drop, stop, come back up. Drop, stop, come back up. So those have a little hint of power, but primarily thinking strength for rotation, strength through cross-body patterns. The other one we used was a curtsy. So when you curtsy, if my kettlebell's in my right hand, it'll be my right leg that goes back, and I can step and go back, or I can just stay there. Those are nice and rotational, getting these spiral lines through the body using kettlebell as the tool. Now, the other one we did was the gorilla row. What makes a gorilla row gorilla is your position is like this, kind of like how a silverback gorilla might have his fists into the ground. So I've got the two kettlebells between my feet. The setup is important that it's between your feet, not out in front of you, between your feet. Hinge to come down to it. You should feel everything here, nothing in your back. And then you push one hand into the ground, pull with the other. Push with my left, pull with my right. Push with my right, pull with my left. Those are gorilla rows. Love those for any sort of cross-body pattern sport. The next one we're doing is what can be with a band or with this cable pulley that I have. And we call them saw turns. The idea, the word saw is like you have a handsaw, right? And turn, it's important to understand, is organic. I'm not trying to turn my body. I'm pulling with one hand and pushing with the other. So my right hand has the handle in it, so my left foot is the working foot, and I push and pull. My two hands are trying to get as far away from each other as they can, but they're staying on train tracks. So they're not going out to the side. It's just my hands are going forward and backward, but as far away from each other as possible. That was the first one we did. Then the one we did that I kind of had a hard time showing on the camera was turning 45. So she, or in this case I, am pointing right at the attachment, but my lead leg is pointing 45. So when I get into that, this gives a little bit of rotation into this hip, and I do the same drill. I can even turn it all the way to 90, and now it's this. Really making that lead leg get into some rotational stuff. Those are saw turns. The opposite of a saw turn is a punch turn. That's this. So my working hand is my right, so my right hand is back, my left foot is forward, and again I've got these crossbody patterns. It's just now we're doing a crossbody pattern with more of a push than with a pull. What we can do to make it golfier is we can take the attachment point and raise it, and now I'm going to have my split stance like before, but I'm going to angle myself so what I'm punching at is the target line of my golf shot. And that's another way you can do those punch turns. So that's punch and saw turns using either a cable pulley or a band. And then you saw what we had with the kettlebell, with the curtsies, the laterals, and the gorilla rows. And then we had the ultimate sandbag with the dead bug, with the bridge, and with the half kneeling lift chop series. The last one that I realized I forgot then, and I just forgot it again, is the rotational lunges with the sandbag. This sandbag's a little bit light, but it'll show you what we do. We hold it up here and tear it, not with my hands, but with my forearms. So my forearms are pulling the sandbag into my body, tearing it apart, and I'm gonna step and turn where I have to be stable in this stepping leg to be able to turn over it without losing my balance. That's a wonderful challenge. This bag's a little light for me, so it's kind of easy, but if the bag is heavy, that's hard. These are all wonderful exercises to do for you as a golfer. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll get to your responses as soon as I can.